Hello everybody, and welcome to the Blank Studio, where we dive into the endeavors of anything related to the fiber arts community. And as you probably know, I have not put down my knitting, but I am really interested in having a blast with working with paper and journaling and poetry writing. So the last couple weeks I have been just really fascinated with Aphrodite, Venus, Atlantis, mermaids, a journey overseas to a tropical island, manifesting all of those things as usual. And I'm really having a lot of fun with it. So what I did was I created two books, one small and then there's the larger one. And these are just created out of two envelopes that you glue together and then decorate. So I wanted to go with a very old world sailor, North Star vibe. And here at the top you can see the little pockets where you can just stuff all kinds of stuff in there. And I created these cards to just write my notes, or maybe they're the notes of the mermaid or the notes of the sailor. So this is a story that will be created within these books. So again, I left a lot of writing, but this piece was about the paper, hand dyeing the paper. And I used a lot of different medium with this process, and very labor intensive because each page I had done individually using coffee, tea, acrylics, watercolor, and spices in my spice rack. And then I would cook it to give it that really crunchy, crispy feel to it. So I really love the way these came out. Very organic, very beachy, very summer. This particular page came out great, and I think that's tarragon. Isn't that fabulous? I just sprinkled it on the paper when it was wet, and then I threw it in the oven to dry to get it to crinkle, and then you dust it off and you can write right over it. I thought that was just so stunning how that came out. So again, a lot of room for writing. This is going to be a story that will be developed about a sailor. So far, he's from Scotland and he wants to go to the States to create his fortune. He is into diamonds, so he will be selling some of his diamonds from his diamond mine to the States, and he's going to find his millions and his billions. And so he is getting ready to embark on a journey overseas to the States from Scotland to sell and trade diamonds. And here's his map. Maybe he's hunting for diamonds. Maybe he knows that where there's a treasure, it's a treasure map. And yeah, this is an old school story, but of course I'm creative enough to twist it up a bit. So on the other side, you flip it over, and this is the mermaid's version of the story. And she is searching for her beloved. And it is a lot like The Little Mermaid, but of course I'm going to twist it up a bit. I do want it to be interesting. And here she is trying to manifest her guy that, lives in the ocean. But I don't know if the mermaid's going to fall in love with the sailor, but they're definitely going to be, they'll meet up somehow, some way. So we'll see how that goes. But right now I'm just enjoying the whole concept of Atlantis, searching about that, and mermaids, and how that folklore and that muse came out of Aphrodite being born of the foam of the sea. And then she ended up turning into Venus in Roman times. So this is an actual beautiful saltwater Baroque pearl. And I'm really happy with the way these came out. I used a lot of Victorian vintage lace, and again, this one has a pocket, and there's my Venus. And this other piece that's behind there was gifted to me from a friend of mine that actually made it, who is a sailor. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's just so perfect. And it just so happened to fit perfectly inside. So yeah, let's open up the big one. She's similar to the other one, only this one I've actually started telling the story a little bit more in detail. So yes, they are two separate books, but we'll be telling the same story. So maybe each book has a different outcome or a different story. And again, one side is for the sailor and one side is for the mermaid. And so this is going to be fun for me. I really enjoyed working on this. I haven't started writing in it yet. I haven't even really gotten my storyline down, but the precipice is there. So it's just about, again, pen to paper, and I will be writing in different characters. So one side will be from a masculine point of view, out to make his millions, out to make his money, not necessarily interested in any type of love interest. And the mermaid might just, it might have something to do with teaching the human about life under the sea, and how to honor that and protect that. So there could be something that goes along with helping the planet and keeping our other lovely animals and mammals and fish and all creation alive and healthy and vibrating. So and then there's this old music note page that I had. So of course, mermaids being sirens, the song of the sea calls to me. And then on the other side, there she is. Look at Venus. Lovely, love her. She's so stunning, full of beauty and goodness. And so this will be her side of the story. And maybe it's a song. Maybe this is written in song. But it definitely will be interesting to write from a man's perspective on one side and then a woman's perspective on another one. So yeah, I'm excited about getting to that. But this was a really fun project. It was really simple. And you can probably just Google or just search something on YouTube on how to do a envelope booklet. But it was super simple, it was super easy, and it was a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed it. And doing this type of artwork is really inspires me to help me create my story and get my poetry out there, work on my songwriting, and also practice on themes. So this one, again, writing from a male perspective and then writing from a female perspective should be really interesting for me. So yeah, it's just going to add some new little tags and some fun little mermaid things that are so enchanting. And there's my ship getting ready to embark onto the great Atlantic Ocean. So there you have it, mermaids and sailors. So I'm quite pleased with it. And that is, I learned how to do that also on YouTube. That's spackle, right? I colored the spackle with some dye, Ritz dye, simple. And I love it because it has a texture, so it's almost better than embossing. I would like to get an embossing machine at some point, but I don't know if it's necessary. I kind of like doing just the handmade version. But anyhow, that's it. Short and simple, but sweet. And thanks for joining me. Okay, bye.